Now, the cylindrical Marks & Spencer's chocolate cake, which goes by the name of Colin the caterpillar, has been a fixture at many a children's birthday party for the past 30 years, and I have particular experience of that. He's been widely imitated by other shops. Asda has Clyde the caterpillar, Tesco has Curly, and Waitrose has Cecil. But M&S seems to have taken exception to Aldi's version, Cuthbert. It has taken Cuthbert and Aldi, of course, to court, claiming infringement of a trademark. They want Aldi to stop selling Cuthbert and agree not to replace him with something similar.
Could this end up being the ultimate food fight? What we're talking about is Marks & Spencer, which has begun legal action against its rival Aldi, arguing that the supermarket's Cuthbert the caterpillar cake infringes its Colin the caterpillar trademark. Is that clear with you?
Yeah, well, if you're unfamiliar, so this is Cuthbert the caterpillar. Now, M&S claims that the similarity between Cuthbert and Colin
That's Colin,
leads consumers to believe they're of the same standard and rides on the coattails of M&S's reputation.
So, what's wanted? M&S wants Aldi to remove the product from sale. M&S first launched its cake 30 years ago. Many supermarkets have since created their own similar products.
I'm a little bit troubled by this, and not least because you'll be aware that other big retailers have sold Cecil, Curly and Clyde the caterpillar over the years. I think Marks & Spencer's have got an uphill legal battle, but what they definitely have is, well, millions of pounds worth of free publicity. So it's a win-win.
It's a win-win, and I know that those caterpillar cakes are very, very popular. Children's cakes, very popular
Have
cakes.
you had a caterpillar cake?
I would have had a slice of a caterpillar cake in the past.
Good.
I would have had a slice of a caterpillar cake.
Do you know if it was Cuthbert or Colin that you sliced it
Well, it would
to?
have been the original, which was the M&S one, that I would have had, because it would have been some time ago. But, you know, they sell a lot of those cakes.
I find it a bit odd when you name a cake and then slice into it. Kind of doesn't sit easy with me, to be completely honest. Don't know how Matt feels about it. Matt's got kids. Matt, are you enjoying this intellectual conversation?
I am. You do realise it's not real when you cut into it.
Yeah, but
That's
you
the main
don't name
thing.
something that you cut into, do you? It's just weird.
No, very true. To be honest, if it's covered in chocolate, I'll eat it. Doesn't matter where it's from.
Fair point. When it
me,
comes
yeah.
to cake, of course.
And we showed you pictures just a few minutes ago, actually. Twitter users have waded into the caterpillar cake copyright row. This between Marks & Spencer and Aldi, and this is Mad's. So what people have been doing is, this is about the cakes you buy from the store, but people have been obviously making their own caterpillar cakes. You don't have to buy them, you can make them. And this one apparently is by Mad's. And there you go. That's it. You can make one. It's a caterpillar cake, just like that.
Had teeth on the front of that one. Send us your pictures if you've made a caterpillar cake. I'd like to see them, see if they rival either Aldi's or M&S's.
I would broaden that out. That I think.
Or cake.
Cake generally. I mean, that's all right, isn't it? Just yeah, animal. Yes, cakes with some kind of story to them. Animals, or you know, children's. A lot of those cakes are used for children's birthdays. So maybe there's a children's birthday taking place and you've constructed a fantastic cake.
Happy birthday.
Why not?
If so.
Friday morning. So, Ben, what I've got written down here is 2 retail giants, 2 chocolate caterpillars, 1 legal action. How am I doing so far?
Pretty much summed it up. I mean, that is the big battle. It's a food fight of epic proportions that's going to kick off, and that's because M&S is unhappy with Aldi over this thing. It all centres on this. This is Colin the caterpillar cake. It was launched 30 years ago. This one is made by M&S, but as I said, they are taking legal action against Aldi for making, well, that one. That is Aldi's Cuthbert the caterpillar. But M&S says that they are too similar and that consumers might think they're buying one when they're actually buying another. But Aldi isn't the only one that's got a rival caterpillar cake. Oh no. Here are the rivals from other retailers. There's Tesco's Curly, Waitrose's Cecil, Sainsbury's Wiggles, and Asda's Clyde the caterpillar. So the big question, why is Aldi's version such a problem? Well, legally, M&S is going to have to prove in court that the Aldi one is close enough a copy to cause customers to be confused.
It's quite a difficult issue because Marks & Spencer's are saying this is a cake which is under the guise of the same standard. In other words, people will be confused if they buy Cuthbert. They're going to think it's precisely the same thing as the one that's sold in M&S. And that's creating sufficient confusion that Aldi are in breach of copyright. In other words, people are going to get confused about the origin of the goods. Now, I'm a little bit troubled by this, and not least because you'll be aware that other big retailers have sold Cecil, Curly and Clyde the caterpillar over the years. So that strikes me as a little bit difficult to run, not to mention that they say this caterpillar has an enhanced distinctive character and reputation. That might be true, but it's a cake.
It's just a cake. Well, this was also at the centre of a big food fight too, so it's not the only one that's going on. Dairy Milk had a big row over trying to trademark that distinctive purple colour. It lost that fight in court because the judge said, look, it's just unfair to give Cadbury's an exclusive right to use a colour. 3 years ago, while Nestle lost its battle to protect the shape of these things, the four-finger Kit Kat had been trying to do that for more than 10 years. The court then said that the shape of a chocolate bar was simply not distinctive enough to amount to a trademark. And the makers of Toblerone, well, they fell out with Poundland over the triangular shape of the chocolate. We don't quite know what happened with that. That was settled out of court, but it shows quite how much is at stake when it comes to food and the battle over shapes and colours.
I think we're going to have a battle over whether it's Aldi or Aldi, aren't we?
Yeah, Aldi. What do you say? Aldi?
Aldi. What do you say?
I think what's interesting about all of this is for M&S, it's great publicity. They're flogging a load of cakes.
And for Aldi. Oh, Aldi or Aldi, yeah.
Aldi or Aldi.
And for caterpillars generally.
Do you want to see, Ben, some more cake? Because more cake is coming up now.
Doesn't need cake at
Have we got
10 to
cake
9?
music to go with the collage of cakes?
Oh, can we have a look?
I was expecting cake music, but we're not having that. Here are some cakes, Ben. Vicky. Vicky's emailed us a photo of...
Isn't that the very hungry caterpillar? You know, from the books, the children's books. See, because that's a funny green colour. The Aldi or the M&S one is not that colour.
No, it's brown, isn't it? It's chocolatey.
Yeah.
Well, that was
enjoying
baked.
the extra expertise from that side of the room.
What do you think about? What do you think about this one then from Poppy? This is what she made for her university housemate.
See, the trick with these cakes is getting the face right, and I think Poppy may have cheated because you can buy those faces separately. And also, it's a bit slug-like. It's melted.
I think, Poppy, I think it's fantastic. I think it's a brilliant cake. So,
Am I too hard?
You're cake shaming.
To be fair, I think it looks a bit like a... Do you know that?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Right, actually, I'm not
okay,
gonna say
let's move on. Let's look at Daniel's effort. This is what he made for his fiancée Brodie.
That's good.
Same face. Ben won't be too pleased with that. He'll judge you down on that, mark you down. But he says he's hoping that she's going to make him one back on his birthday too. So big fans of the caterpillar cake in that household.
Right, because the face is the thing. It's make or break with the face. They look terrifying if you get the face wrong.
It's going to be cut up and eaten anyway, so I won't worry too much.
Oh, it's making me hungry. 10 to 9.
Thank you very much, Ben.
Thanks,
you never
Ben.
know what you're going to do you? Never know. One minute a judge on a cake competition.
Yeah, if anyone's watching, I'm available. Cake judging.